How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lone Wolf, and I believe I'm finally back. Thank God. Well, I've made it this far, obviously, as I'm recording this. I haven't actually attempted to upload it yet, but I'm pretty certain it'll be fine now because the internet seems to be working or normally. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're all good. As far as this video goes, by the way, I mean the new season's come out. I was messing around with the new Land Rovers quickly. There's nothing in particular with this video. It was just a video to say hello, I'm back. The internet's sorted. Let you know what's been going on and stuff. So that's about it. Yeah, I believe it was the other day. I think I missed it by a couple of days or however long it is now, but not too bad really. Season 7's just come out. I believe there's one new map. I've not even really been on it. Well, I clicked on the garage, you'll see in this video, but I'll probably make a video about that tomorrow where I actually go exploring around it. And then the day after, I assume, yeah, live streaming and that should be fine again now. So I'll probably live stream like, you know, something on that new map. So like I said, the footage in the background is just, I loaded the game up yesterday just to see if I could actually get on the game. But this was tonight where I was actually like clicking on my save file and all the rest of it, and it was loading up. That was the factory grounds was the last thing I was on when it all crashed. So basically, I don't even know how long ago it was now. However long ago it was, 6-7 weeks ago or something. Yeah, I updated. I believe it was my PlayStation, the actual system as well, and then I did that update 1.29, I think it was, for SnowRunner. And then I went onto it, I got blue screened when I was in the game. I believe, funnily enough, like I said, this Factory Grounds was the last thing I was on. I believe I went to Factory Grounds because I had to buy this from Russia, so I had to go to a Russian map. Attached all the stuff on it. I believe I actually did come out here, do a little skid, and then I loaded across to Black River because I was going to start my review video, and then it blue screened me. So I loaded the game back up. It loaded me back on Factory Grounds. I did the same thing I'm doing on the screen now. Drove out, and it was about here though, or in fact before I even left the garage, it blue screened me again. And I think it was that night I was just like, oh, I don't know, I will leave it. I might have even posted a message on YouTube just saying I keep getting blue screened, so I'm just going to see if there's like a patch to their patch. And then the next day when I turned my PlayStation on, and this is what kind of panicked me originally, was before I'd clicked on SnowRunner, anything like that. I've never had this happen before, but I got blue screened, you know, just on the main menu of the PlayStation, like where you can choose games or you can go to the PlayStation Store or your settings, all that. It blue screened me then, and then when it took quite a while as well before it would actually come back on. And when it came back on, it was, you know, like as if you've got a brand new PlayStation where it was coming up, I can't remember all the stuff, but you know, like all the warning messages and like what TV, just stuff like that, I was like, oh shit, it's wiped my PS4. Like I thought it was completely screwed. So I got quite hesitant about like doing it then, and that's when I think I think it was like in the next day or something, I got blue screened again on the main screen, and I was like, it was pretty panicking me. So I deleted the file for SnowRunner to re-download it. And then when I clicked re-download, that was like, it was going to take a while. So I clicked it, went to bed, got up the next day, and it just said in the notifications thing, download or whatever it is failed, like to download the game. And yeah, I was like, a bit of a pain in the ass, clicked it again, put, I don't know, TV or Amazon or whatever back on, and then when I went on sort of later that day, roughly before I was going to go to bed, it said download failed again. And yeah, and then that's basically when like I started having issues with the internet, where when I then clicked, 'cause now I was kind of like paying attention to it, I clicked to re-download it, and it was saying like whatever it was, you know, like 116 minutes. It was jumping around a bit, but whatever minutes it was saying it's going to take to re-download the game would just never counting down. Like I'd leave it an hour and it'd still be on the same. It'd still practically like not uploaded anything. And then yeah, I left it, and at some point it basically, when I just went back onto the PlayStation, screen again through my TV. It said download failed, so that's basically when I was like, right, I'll call it a day. As I said, around that time there was roadworks out in the street. There was a BT van outside doing something with the telegraph pole, so I just assumed all that. My mum also said, because I said to her like the internet's messing around, she said yeah, she's having trouble with hers, and that was about it for like a couple of weeks. I'll be honest, I wasn't overly concerned. It was more annoying just like not being able to like YouTube. I could open YouTube and that, but it wouldn't load any videos or anything. But yeah, it was just like that side of it was a bit annoying. I was kind of like, worst case, I'm not too fussed about the video situation, but I would have liked to obviously carried on doing a live stream. And then, but because I deleted the game thing, I needed to re-download that. But then, because the internet was being a pain in the ass, like obviously, if I couldn't have re-downloaded the SnowRunner game, I would have just done like a Wreckfest live stream, or any game really. It was just, you know, the live stream half the time is just a good excuse to chat away to you guys and mess around on a game. So it doesn't really bother me which game I live stream. But yeah, and then it kept just going like that for weeks and weeks and weeks. And the roadworks came and went and everything. Still couldn't upload stuff. Couldn't refresh. Well, I could refresh YouTube, but it wouldn't bring anything up basically, or it'd take ages. If I left YouTube there for ages and ages and ages, it might load up like a video, but not that I can watch the video. Just it physically, the picture of it appears on YouTube. People who post like pictures or little comment, I suppose when I do like the post things saying I'm doing a live stream, like those things would load eventually a lot easier. And it was just like really slow internet for weeks. And then a couple of weeks ago I started getting, I've got the photo on my phone, but I tried to upload it on YouTube yesterday and it won't let me select the photo. So I don't know, this is what I mean. When technology works, I'm fine. As soon as it goes tits up, it's just like a horrific domino effect where, yeah, I just don't know the next thing. Yeah, I started getting a message come up on my Amazon screen, because I was just click like leave Amazon on anyway to see if that would load anything up. It wasn't. If I'd click on like, I don't know, Mythbusters for example, it just, you know, it'd sit there with a loading wheel and just wouldn't do it for hours and hours and hours. But then I started getting a message saying low bandwidth, and I was like, what the hell? I've never had that message before. Yeah, and then it was just like, I don't even know what bloody day it is. Was it earlier this week or last week? My mum said to me, you know, just I seen her down at my granddad's downstairs, and she was like, "What's happening with YouTube anyway?" Because I'm not doing it anymore. And I was like, "Yeah, it's the internet. It's still playing up." I was like, "I can't get on it," and I said it's saying all this low bandwidth stuff, and I assume like her internet's working fine now, because that's what she didn't say anymore, that like her internet's screwed. And she literally said, I'll go and check the cable where it plugs into the wall, because yeah, it's like downstairs, it's my granddad's internet. And I even said, oh, there's no point, because I said it's saying low bandwidth, and this is what I was trying to say, like, you think I'm bad with this sort of stuff, trying to explain internet things to my mum is like, I don't know, it'd be like trying to explain how an engine works to a child when I don't really know, well, I don't know much about an engine, but I probably know more about an engine than the internet. But yeah, anyway, it'd be like me trying to explain rocket science to a child when I don't even know what rocket science really is to begin with. And yeah, but thankfully, she says, oh, I'll just go and check the wire. And yeah, where in like my granddad's living room, he's in a hospital bed now and everything. And basically, like the carers have to hoist him out of the bed. And I don't know at what point this occurred. I'll even take a picture of it, because I know this is going to sound like bullshit, but I can't make this up. The thing has been there since before I even ever did a YouTube video, let alone SnowRunner. It's been there years. Yeah, the carers, when they like hoist him out of the bed and stuff, they move his bed around. One of the wheels on the hospital bed has run over the internet cable. But the thing that plugs into the wall, I have no idea why. If anyone can please give me a name so I could at least post a picture. I'll go and get a picture, by the way, at some point. Just not like right now, because it's under my granddad's hospital bed and blah, blah, blah. But I'll be down there, you know, in the next few days or whatever, when he's out of his bed, I'll get a picture to show you what I mean. Where the internet cable plugs into the wall, the box, for a reason I don't know, hinges open. There's no resistance to it, there's no catch, it just hinges open, and it's not like the box is broken, it's like it was designed to hinge open. Again, I will just take a picture or a small video of it, because, yeah, and then it's like, there you go. But basically, well, what I assume happened, it was my mum that went under there and then shoved it back, his hospital beds ran over the cable, but it's not pulled the cable out. This part of the box in the wall that hinges has like hinged open a bit, so it was still connected to the internet, but practically not, if you know what I mean. So hence, it now made all perfect sense. It was like low bandwidth, and yeah, instantly, like when, well, I was downstairs at the time, and yeah, my mum did that. I went on my phone on YouTube, refresh YouTube, suddenly that started uploading, started getting all kinds of notifications bombing through my phone, like this app, that app, everything just started coming through then, and then yeah, that's basically where we are. Again, I know I've been rambling on for a bit, but that is what's been going on for the last however long it was. So yeah, that, like, practically no internet, like no bandwidth. I don't even know really what bandwidth is, but that's the message that came up on my TV, so that's something to go with. But yeah, I had internet, like it wasn't physically completely gone, because it was appearing on my phone and everything, but it was, yeah, the equivalent of like, you know, 1%, even if you could give it that, as fast as it would normally be. So like I said, if I click on YouTube, it wouldn't even load YouTube up, but every now and then it might load the stuff up, but like, so I could physically see the picture of the video, but then you click on the video and it wouldn't load it. And then if it ever did load a YouTube video, which was rare and not often, it'd make it go down to the lowest setting, which whatever is like 244p, you know, like the opposite of HD. I'm not sure what all that means, but the lowest resolution video, just everything, like even you got like a news feed on my phone, like that wouldn't load. The weather on my phone, for example, there's like an app that I assume just updates itself, that wouldn't upload. I only noticed stuff like that because in the middle of the night it would tell me that it's sunny and all sorts of stuff, and it's like, well, it ain't. Yeah, so that's basically where I've been then. Like I said, yeah, my mum said, oh, just go and check the box. Never thought of it because I've reset the router thing, but I never thought about that. And yeah, I don't know though, this is just what I wanted to say, is I don't know if that was the original cause or not, because I didn't have it coming up on my TV saying low bandwidth for the first, I don't know how many, I don't even know how many weeks it's been, but for the first 2/3 of the time I've not been able to get onto the internet, it didn't say that, it just wasn't connecting at all. The low bandwidth thing, it was probably more than 2/3, it was a week or two ago. I posted a message again, I think it was a week or two or whatever ago on YouTube saying, or did I? That it's improved a bit, but it's still pretty bad. And it was fun, like, where it said low bandwidth was actually a bit of an improvement on what it was before, because before there wasn't even enough to tell me that it was low bandwidth. But yeah, that's basically where I've been with it. So like I say, apologies for it. I had no idea, obviously, if I'd known it was going to go on this long. Well, I don't even know, because I ain't really got the dough to like just go and call another internet company and get all my own internet put in and everything, but still, I had no idea it was going to last that long. And then yeah, just quickly as well, I was going to say about my phone, I've got phone internet, but I only get a gig, like a quagmire's worth. And yeah, as soon as I go on YouTube, it nails it in like 5 to 15 minutes. So I had my internet or my phone internet turned off. The normal internet was next to useless, but I left that on for the hell of it. So yeah, each week I was just saying, when I was posting, I was turning my phone internet on, writing a message, and then turning the phone internet back off, because it'd eat the gig in like, yeah, definitely less than an hour. And it's 10 quid each time I want to put another one on, so it obviously would just, yeah, I ain't got the dough to just keep banging like hundreds of quids worth of credit on my phone that just eats it. So yeah, that's about it. In the background, I think now where I was just tonight, I clicked onto this new map. So it's called Burning Mill. It's in Tennessee, USA. I've not been on it. This was literally, I mean, goddamn horse of a vehicle. Glad to have my old loaf back at least. We're missing that little beast. And yeah, I clicked on it tonight. I didn't drive anywhere because I thought in the end I'd like to do a video. Obviously, that's the thing. If you could reset maps or whatever, I could have had like a little look around, but for the sakes of like the footage, I was like, I'll leave it until, yeah, hopefully tomorrow, and I can zip round, get that uncovered, and then like I said, the day after, I'll probably just do a live stream anyway. So I might be on the mod version, but yeah, I'll be on the new map. This was just a quick look though. For some reason, the map is USA, but these two vehicles are Russian, and you can't buy them from a USA map, so I think I had to travel back to old factory grounds or whatever it was. That's the new little buggy looking thing. To be honest, it looks pretty cool. It's got the same top engine of the Loaf, so it looks like it'll be pretty funny. Like yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that a go. And again, this, which pretty cool because just straight up reminds me of like a racing tuned version of a truck, which is kind of like in-game wise what I've always wanted. Like high speed, I don't need the thing to go 200 miles an hour or anything, but yeah, it just seemed like a bit of a waste of, you know, you got a whole off-roading game and then you don't even take advantage of custom built off-road vehicles. So yeah, I think it's a good addition. This was a little look as well when I downloaded I got the game sorted. Yeah, it was yesterday. I've not really been asleep, so I suppose it was like earlier for me, but it was yesterday as far as trying to keep track of everything. It's been the time I've not been here. It's not been the complete smooth sailing. I feel pretty tired and all sorts, but yeah. I downloaded the game and then I went out. That's the only way I knew that in the end Season 7 had came out. I just thought once I'd got the game sorted, I went into the PlayStation Store just to see, and yeah, it said Season 7. Downloaded that, got these two, so it's two Land Rovers. There's this one, I apologise, I forgot the name. I had a little drive around in it. I don't dislike it or anything. The one thing I really just bothers me instantly is the tyres look too small on it. And it just, from then on, I don't know, I didn't like it. I don't necessarily know if it makes the handling worse. The handling didn't seem too bad. You'll see here, you get, like, obviously up to a certain speed, you get a little bit of a drift going and all that, but overall it wasn't too bad. They just didn't look right, the tyres. I think was it 30 and 32 inch tyres you can get, which are pretty small in the scheme of things, but it just, even the wheel arches, like, looks like they could accept a bigger wheel and all the rest of it, so yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's one of them. I don't know how useful scouts are in this game. If some of you are just joining the game, or it's just come out, you know, on like the Switch and all that, and it'd make a lot more sense. There'd be a lot more fun. Like imagine having, like, you know, these Land Rovers and the Jeeps and that back when we all originally got the game and we started on this map, Black River. That'd be pretty good. But in this late stage, you know, they're not the be all and end all. This one I certainly prefer the look of. Where I live, this is what, like, you know, classic thing you'll see a farmer driving around in or whatever. I've been in a few of these. I don't think as new as this one, because when I looked in the interior, it it had an interior. So whatever version of these I've been in were definitely more sparsely equipped on the inside. But yeah, I like the look of this thing. Driving it along here, I probably didn't do it many favours. The funny thing is, because I've not been on this game, not been on any game, not been on my PlayStation for however long. Well, obviously, like the first day or two when I was trying to update the game and that. But beyond then, when I started getting blue screened on the PlayStation, I was worried that I was just going to brick my PlayStation, to be honest. So I've not even been on that. I was waiting for the internet to get sorted, and yeah, that just never has. So even yesterday when I went on this thing, it was the first time I turned it on in like a month or two or whatever it is. Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say, some things it's like I feel like I've got to relearn to walk again, and then other things on this game, because thankfully I've not played any other game really. I did play a bit of Age of Empires a few weeks ago because I was a bit bored, but not a lot, because the pixels were like the size of slices of bread. It's like watching multicoloured slices of bread on your TV screen have a war. It didn't go too well. Yeah, Certain things of this though, just absolute instant muscle memory. Like looking in the trailer store, I wouldn't have known what button to press if you'd put a gun to my head and asked me. But as soon as I drove in, just muscle memory, things were coming back to me. Yeah, this little drive in this Land Rover, you can see how much it's struggling to get through this mud here. And again, I won't class this as the be-all and end-all, because I know this muddy section can be a bit of a troll, and I have been through it quite a lot, because this is where I come to run over the trees. But yeah, it does feel like they've done this Land Rover a little bit dirty. I think they could make it a bit, give it a bit more oomph. A lot of the Scouts, it's like the Scouts have their own set of characteristics, and I don't know, they could almost do with adding like small truck characteristics maybe to that Defender, because I think it deserves a bit more than it was getting. And then of course, I mean, it was probably already earlier in the video, I whipped my goddamn Professional out for yeah, I was in there straight away. It's funny, there's some kind of algorithm on the internet. I'll be wondering, why the hell did the term goddamn horse or vehicle appear a year or whatever ago, and then however many weeks ago it just absolutely vanished offline, and then now suddenly they'll be like, it's back. Whoever's causing it, the word goddamn Professional and goddamn horse or vehicle is back. But as I was driving down here, I mean, I'm not going to waste any time to sing the praises of the goddamn horse or vehicle. He drives down here smooth as a baby's bum, no swerving around. The two Land Rovers, the newer looking one actually probably looks in the footage like it drove down here a bit smoother than the Defender. I'd probably agree with that, but nothing even gets close to this Loaf. Loaf is just a goddamn Professional. I mean, look at him go. Eats cornfields for breakfast, everything. There was a little weird bug earlier where it took the roof rack off my Loaf for no apparent reason. As well, took no damage through there, which the Defender did. The reason I left this bit in was just, I've always said, get yourself a Loaf, because he is a goddamn Professional. You've seen how the Defender was not doing too well through this muddy bit, and it is an awkward muddy bit. Some trucks get bogged down here. I mean, look at the Loaf go. He might even deserve the name the Off-Road Dolphin himself. Flew through there by comparison. And just because I could, because why not? Can the Loaf also knock over trees? Of course he can. Look at him go. That is raw, unedited footage of a Loaf killing trees, one after the other. If he chooses the right footwear, who am I to judge? And again, just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. That's about 10 in a row. Little victory horn. So yeah, I've definitely, like, get yourself a Loaf. That is definitely still a thing. And anyone who says that I wasn't driving the Loaf, I object. Objection, hearsay, relevance. My dog stepped on a bee. I'm in the Loaf. Zombie winch the Dolphin, and we're off. So, you know, case closed. Again, I didn't really hear a lot of all that Amber Heard and Johnny Depp stuff because of lack of internet, but I've kind of caught up on some of it in the last few days, and I did think one thing that I've kind of found funny was that at least now she can truthfully say that Johnny beat her. Yeah, so that's basically what's been happening. I'm finally back. Yeah, definitely get yourself a Loaf. So I did see one comment say something like there's more to it. I wanted to say, yeah, I was airdropped into Ukraine to a humanitarian mission for loafs. Had to judo chop anyone that was messing with the Loaf. But yeah, anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with more of a normal video. But yeah, I appreciate you all kind of waiting and all the rest of it. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back soon.